What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and I want to tell you how you can make $100,000 in the next 4 months in recruiting. All right, so as we approach mid-year, I am constantly reflecting on my daily, weekly, and annual goals, and I definitely hope you're doing the same. I also definitely hope that you're in our Facebook group, which is called Recruiter Empire. Link in description of this video. You absolutely want to be in the Recruiter Empire because it's all about recruiting and staffing. So if you're watching these videos, you might as well be in our Facebook group. Again, link in description. We'd love to see you there. All right, so you're probably thinking like, Ben, how in the hell can I make $100,000 in the next 4 months in recruiting or staffing? Well, if you don't follow my content enough, you should probably know that I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to business, and especially when I see an opportunity for somebody to succeed, I absolutely love helping them down that pathway. So stick with me till the end of this video, and I will show you 3 specific ways that you can actually accomplish 100K in the next 4 months. All right, so before I give you these 3 scenarios, right, I want to assume 2 things. One, that $100,000 divided by 4 months is $25,000 in revenue per month. Simple math. Agreed? Yes. Okay. Second assumption, your business is set up. You already have your LinkedIn optimized. You have your email set up. You have a way to get data and contacts for outreach to get clients, and you know how to recruit. Perfect. So let's get into it. All right. So scenario number 1 to making $100,000 in the next 4 months is going to be the most common and the easiest, in my opinion, which is the low-hanging fruit scenario. All right, so first things first, I'm going to tell you that most of my Recruiter Empire students in our programs have hit their first 6 figures doing this scenario exactly. All right, so clearly our aim is to hit $25,000 in revenue per month for 4 months straight so we can hit 100K, right? Simple math we can agree upon. So let's actually reverse engineer that to get to our goal. All right, so if I'm working with industries like manufacturing, transportation, administrative, logistics, I'm gonna wanna cast my net wide as far as search for clients. This means 2 things. This means I'm going for a volume play, not only on the amount of clients that I can attain, but also the amount of placements that I can make. So for example purposes only, let's just say this. Let's say we get a manufacturing facility that needs 5 roles placed, and we'll do really simple fees on this and call it 5K per placement. 5K per placement on 5 roles. That makes you your 25K right there for the month. Another example in this exact low-hanging fruit scenario would be, let's say I secure 2 dental admin positions, right? Both of those get me $10,000. Then I have 3 different driver roles I have to fill. Each of those is 5K. So that 15 plus 10K, that's my 25,000 right there. So as you can see, both of those scenarios get me to my $25,000 for the month. I just need to be consistent about it for 4 months straight to actually reach my goal of 100K in 4 months. So I need to rinse and repeat, use the same niches, place for the same roles, and just go over and over again, and I'll hit the goal. Keep in mind that these niches in particular are very likely to give you repeat and referral business, which will actually push you over that goal of 100K in 4 months and maybe even surplus. All right, so the second scenario of reaching 100K in recruiting in 4 months is where we target companies and raise the bar for companies that are hiring at a higher level. These are what I like to call tier 2 level positions. Now, these types of roles are generally roles where someone needs solid experience, either a degree or some sort of certification for whatever they do. With that being the case, generally these roles fetch a higher fee. Higher than 5K, definitely. So consider it more like 10K to 15K per placement rather than that lower fee in the low-hanging fruit, right? So this is tier 2. But for math purposes, we'll average this out and say on average per placement in this scenario, you'll have a fee of about $12,500. So examples of these positions at tier 2 are like gonna be skilled trades, HVAC, plumbing, dental hygienist, or mid-tier level salesperson with a relatively high base salary, something like that, and many others. The key to remember here is that there are abundant positions to fill. You just need to be really good at 3 things: your reach out to clients, your conversion to contract, and your recruitment for candidates. Now, being that these roles will fetch anywhere from 10K to 15K per placement, I'm averaging it's going to be 12,500 just for simple neutral math. That gives us an average of 2 placements needed per month for 4 months straight to hit your $100,000 goal. So in any case, for the month, let's just imagine that you land 1 to 3 clients for the whole month, right? And maybe even 2 or even just one of them actually work out and sign a contract with you. Given that the average fee for this scenario is $12,500 per placement, and also given that every single client has a potential for 1 to 3 roles open, usually you're in the money. So with 2 placements at $12,500 each, that hits $25K right on the nose. If you can be consistent about that for 4 months solid straight, you will hit that $100K goal. And you might even hit more. I'm being really conservative with these numbers. All right, so the third way to make $100,000 in the next 4 months in recruiting is to hunt for tier 3 roles. Now, generally this is called executive search, where you hunt for top tier talent for larger companies that have specialized needs. Now, have no fear about this. I tell every student that I work with, you do not need to be an expert. You just need to connect experts. I have a student that I'm working with right now that's about to close his first deal at right around $70,000 for the fee. Now, you might think that sounds amazing, and it totally is. But remember, this person understands the value of their connections and how to make connections and connect experts. All right, so how do we make this work for you? How do we get you your first $70,000 close? Easily. There are plenty of companies out there that are looking for top tier talent with titles like senior manager, director, VP, or even at the C level like CEO or COO. With these kinds of roles, you have to understand that industry standard fees are 25% plus. Now, these top dogs are generally making anywhere between $150,000 to $300,000 base salary, not inclusive of bonus or anything else. With that being said, industry standard being 25%, if you were to place someone 25% on the low end for $150K salary, your fee itself is going to be about $37,000. Now, you can easily do the math, but just 3 of those placements in 4 months gets you right to 100K. So here's the big takeaway. You don't need to be tied down into any which one of these scenarios I laid out, all 3 of them. You don't need to be in any specific one. Now, yes, of course, each and every one of the scenarios I laid out has its own pathway to 100K in 4 months. But if you were to combine a handful of low-hanging fruit roles with some volume and then maybe sprinkle in a few executive placements, like maybe just 2 of them, you could easily reach your way to 100K in maybe even 2 months, not even 4. Or you could just go all in and place 100% on tier 3 top roles and make 200K in 4 months, double the goal. My point being is that it's all possible. Anything is possible. And the more that you see the how, the more you want to take action and the more you're motivated to execute. Hey, I hope this video is valuable for you. If it was, please smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and be sure that you're in our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description of this video. I'll see you guys next time.